hospital facilities have begun to crack under the strain, and civil defense authorities state that the situation is much the same across the entire country. Martial law is now nationwide.
Major cities in all parts of the country, New York, Los Angeles, report plague victims falling dead in the streets, in their homes, at their work. The first symptom appears to be severe choking, followed by immediate unconsciousness. Death occurs within minutes.
Whether a state of war between China and Russia still exists is not important any longer. Our fellow countrymen are dying. The very foundations of civilization are beginning to crumble under the dread assault of that horror long feared germ warfare.
Conrad Channel, this is a Class 1 emergency. All civilian traffic is barred from streets and highways. Stay in your homes. Stay in your homes. Those found without specific military orders are subject to summary execution. Stay in your homes. Repeat, Conrad Channel, this is a Class 1 emergency. All civilian traffic is barred from streets and highways.
Races, white supremacists that stole entire nations, wiped out entire populations without traces. Got the right to be mad. We being persecuted, victims of genocide. The system do the shooting. The question is, why y'all not mad? Never mind, I'll be mad on y'all behalf. Took away jobs, gave guns and drug trafficking. The prison industrial complex came after it. MK Ultra, control brain frequencies. 3-letter network, broadcast lives weekly. Through false propaganda, my people are slandered. Me bowing down will never be the answer. I refuse to take this defeatist approach. I'll never be living on my knees for show.
In the valley of the deaf and blind, the king will be the satellite. Tell you what to fight for, the horror of Babylon will tell you wrong is right. You trade your life for the limelight. Wake up before it's too late, wrong is at the gate. In the valley of the deaf and blind, the king will be the satellite. Tell you what to fight for, the horror of Babylon will tell you wrong is right. You trade your life for the limelight. Wake up before it's too late, wrong is at the gate.
Black mirrors and white noise, bombs over Baghdad. White supremacy destroys everything in its path. White makes might, the voice of the people. I speak it to the mic, truth to power must be constantly spoken. It's heartbreaking to see my people broken, the chosen being last. Imagine that, so I showed up on the battlefield with my battle axe. I was raised different, you know, to take a stand at all costs. I have to be a man and not a coward. That's just not in me. I also refuse to love thy enemy. It's power to the people. Black fist toward the sky. 999 less deaths I have to die. For the diaspora, please wake up. Stop mistaking these devils for Jesus.
In the valley of the deaf and blind, the king will be the satellite. Tell you what to fight for, the horror of Babylon will tell you wrong is right. You trade your life for the limelight. Wake up before it's too late, wrong is at the gate. In the valley of the deaf and blind, the king will be the satellite. Tell you what to fight for, the horror of Babylon will tell you wrong is right. You trade your life for the limelight. Wake up before it's too late, wrong is at the gate. They call you super predator, that's code name for nigga. Sold for guns and liquor, but home guns and liquor still a #1 killer. While the rich is getting richer, corporations getting bigger. While the world is getting sicker, they kidnapping the sisters, finding bodies dismembered. Soldiers giving thanks for invading foreign states and murdering civilians and leveling the plates. Government bailout for banks, but it's welfare y'all hate. They attacking with weapons of mass distraction and taking your taxes to pay for vacations. While you fighting for chicken and sex orientation, they draining the world resources like nightmares of West Craven. Enslaving Libyans who claim to be liberated, delivering death with a straight face, then pillaging, killing women and children, using medicine to death, and the world is headed in the direction. In the valley of the deaf and blind, the king will be the satellite. Tell you what to fight for, the horror of Babylon will tell you wrong is right. You trade your life for the limelight. Wake up before it's too late, wrong is at the gate. In the valley of the deaf and blind, the king will be the satellite. Tell you what to fight for, the horror of Babylon will tell you wrong is right. You trade your life for the limelight. Wake up before it's too late, wrong is at the gate. biological tech swept across Gaia. Atomic fires testing radiations in our waters. Pieces are gone when your forefathers are war markers and poor farmers have more honor. Yet you got more bombers and launching death rockets. We're watching on monitors, monsters ponder, export profits and land grab conquest. The beast must digest, the oppressed pray for breath, no rest for the weary. Clearly they play is the eradication of the poor population, melanated, penetrated through vaccinations. Propagating a peaceful nation, how they persuaded, invaded after they paid your politicians to look away. They raided resources, treating murder just like a sport. Warfare's entertainment. Vampires got their fangs in the earth and trying to drain
the battle of the shadow of death. Praying, this ain't the day I take my last breath. Residing in the war zone, watching every last step. Youngins catching their death, trying to get a rep. Walking through the valley of the shadow of death. Praying, this ain't the day I take my last breath. Residing in the war zone, watching every last step. Youngins catching their death, trying to get a rep.
One-fifth of the world is dark. How is it possible for one-fifth to rule, oppress, exploit, dominate, and brutalize the four-fifths who are in the majority? How do they do it? Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer.
Walking the straight and narrow on the road less travel. Never living by the gun, death won't come from a barrel. Wasn't destined to be a statistic of the wicked. Sent early to my grave or left to rot in the prison. I was sent to rise above my circumstances. Speaking truth to power, Mr. Charlie, I need answers. What happened to all the young black girls disappearing? Were they harvested for organs so the rich could keep living? Or are they victims of human trafficking, sold into slavery? Will their parents get them back again? What about the unsolved murders in the Shy? Will we ever know the reason they all died? I don't believe it was the game, but perhaps the police putting bullets in my brothers, marked by the beast. Modern day lynching, but not hanging from a tree. Rise, Mr. Melanin, it's time to get free.
Life is the path that I'm dying to travel, the struggle to be the king of the castle. So I'm giving the drugs up, I'm giving the guns up. I'm living for love of us, a lie we trust. Death is the path, I'm not a rush to journey. Hope turn to faith, turn to certainty. So I'm letting the pain go, letting the game go. Coasting my lane slow, elevating the brain flow. Trust the lie. The grave is the path of less resistance, not riches. Son, listen, expand your vision. Don't be a system victim caught up in a trap of fascism. Politicians are master villains who fashion prison path for children. Who left the guns in the project buildings? Who arrested sons for selling weed and legalized the ism? They resorted to aborting our seeds by the millions, but made it illegal to save the birth rate of their people. The veil is now see-through, but your eyelids are shut. Don't be deceived by the mirror and dust clouds. You smoking so much loud, you're so out of touch now. The officer buck us down. Their justice ain't just for us. Trust in Allah now. How wicked is systematic hyperfeminism? How they get them hypnotized by the track rhythm? Life is the path that I'm dying to travel, the struggle to be the king of the castle. So I'm giving the drugs up, I'm giving the guns up. I'm living for love of us, a lie we trust. Death is the path, I'm not a rush to journey. Hope turn to faith, turn to certainty. So I'm letting the pain go, letting the game go. Coasting my lane slow, elevating the brain flow. Trust the lie.
If I take my hand and slap you, you don't even feel it. It might sting you because these digits are separated. But all I have to do to put you back in your place is bring those digits together.
thousands of years of captivity, and I and my brothers will rule Quasar once more.
No, wait! You can't!
There is nothing I and my brothers cannot do, young fool.
Check it out. Tracks by Master Steve. Yup. Mastering the art of MC. Who's there? Y'all think. Second son, baby. Incredible. Second son. Check them out. Soon as the stick strike the drums and patterns are formed, ink meets paper, another classic is born. Who's greater? I mash up any track that I'm on. Grizzled old vet, and I am just getting warm. Playtime is over. Y'all thought it was sweet. I'm out here to see how many MCs I can eat. Bow head, saying grace, time for a feast. Second son, be that live bringer of heat to your doorstep. Y'all not ready for war yet. Victory is mine. My puma's on your neck. Venomous bars, with villains I spar. Even hardcore haters gotta admit this is hard. Mr. Magnificent is at your service. Fracture your ego and I render it worthless. Crush your Saladin's beat. I do this on purpose. Dudes talk tough, but them birdies just chirping. This is my thesis. I master degrees. Ceremony needed mastering. That master is me. Party people, please place your hands in the sky until your arms hurt. Wave them side to side. This is my thesis. I master degrees. Ceremony needed mastering. That master is me. Party people, please place your hand in the sky until your arms hurt. Wave them side to side. The hook is over. Time for verse 2. Beef with me means a certain depth that you choose. Last rites is given. This is your eulogy. Profound as a heart attack. No time for that foolery that y'all on. But I'll be with the ish. Marksman aim when I'm shooting the gift. About to make dudes regret jumping off the porch for playing dumb. You get the stupid award. How many times must I reintroduce myself before people realize not to F with your rail? These silly jabronis are not of my ilk. Their soft texture distinguished as a differently built. Second son beats harder than Chinese mathematics. Can't help myself, this here is my habit. The mic is my sword of omen whenever I grab it. Mastering universal law, y'all niggas not grasp. This is my thesis, I master degrees. Ceremony needed mastering, that master is me. Party people, please place your hands in the sky until your arms hurt. Wave them side to side. This is my thesis, I master degrees. Ceremony needed mastering, that master is me. Party people, please place your hand in the sky until your arms hurt. Wave them side to side. You know what time it is. It doesn't matter what your name is or where you represent. I put it down like no other with bars that's heaven sent. Your mortals should bow down and pay reverence. Let the church say amen to the scriptures that I spit. Second son on his bullet pulpit, bringing the ruckus. Put your hands up and wave them high, hip hop lovers. The unmesswittable master of the syllables. Broadcast live from the booth to your living room. Straight from gold. Best believe I'm killing dudes. Dumb, get it worse. Don't be an imbecile. Chances of escaping verbal beat down is minuscule. Coming with the lion's roar. Never been a timid through the mortal's combat. Fatality, finisher, outlook in this saga. Looks rather grim for them. It's the official head choppers. Dome in the duffel bag. Enough of the tomfoolery. We done had enough of that. Welcome to the Terror Dome. Best protect your neck. The greatest MCs is here to catch wreck. Welcome to Virginia where mics get beat to death. Immortalz taking over. Quiet as it's kept. Welcome to the Terror Dome. Best protect your neck. The greatest MCs is here to catch wreck. Welcome to Virginia where mics get beat to death. Immortalz taking over. Quiet as it's kept.
I'm from the 757, some say God, power God, cosmic breath from the lung, direct third eye, divine thought. From the 1,000 flower lotus, vibrate the tongue to the lips. Combination of the 5 elements. When I spit, no emotion necessary. I use logic as a weapon, inhale, exhale, 5 elements, strike again. No mercy for survival, my pen jam, smokeless fire, so if he die in competition, my pen kills him again. Ignorance is not synonymous with black skin. We use intelligence as the level, and the heart as a compass. My brain stay lyrically fit like 1,000 crunches. I ain't ate, I'm getting hungry. Saladin snatching lunches. I'm like crumpets on you youngers. Whooping ass, bad behavior. I don't need methamphetamines to John Blake. The 7 cities set the standard. Second son, swing the hammer. Saladin, hold smashing every track like Bruce Banner.
Welcome to the Terror Dome. Best protect your neck. The greatest MCs is here to catch wreck. Welcome to Virginia where mics get beat to death. Immortals taking over, quiet as it's kept. Welcome to the Terror Dome, best protect your neck. The greatest MCs is here to catch wreck. Welcome to Virginia where mics get beat to death. Immortals taking over, quiet as it's kept.
Before we begin, I seek forgiveness for killing this track. A villainous act, that's how I react. But local acts don't mention me in they top 10 MCs. Are you silly? Are you really trying to mess with my high? A million tries from a million guys. Can't stop my rise when I verbalize that people small fries with your serpent eyes. I'll be the first to be victimized. Saladin bring hell like the Lord of Flies. With no tails and no horns. I lead the baby mamas born, then they born children of the corn. I get more creepier than free the third form when I perform. My lightsaber stay warm, so be warned. Before I face the team, you know there's nothing waiting for your team but decapitation. Verbal laceration, clear cut net separation. You should have protected instead of stepping in my profession. Congratulations if you survived the situation, but know that there's another torture waiting. Metaphors hitting in the rhythm like a secret agent. You see me coming, better hit the pavement, cause I'm a beast like a caveman. I try to be fair, but these cats are foul like flagrant. There's no debating verbal greatness, solid in. There's no such thing as halfway crooks. These niggas high and whack verses. Yeah, look, my camp stay thorough. We'll bring fire to your building like bush, like the bush is steady burning on the mountain, like the bush from the hooker that's serving niggas in public housing. I'm shallow, bitter mark, vibrate my surrounding ether. With 1,000 liters of spit to penetrate the speakers. They want war, I handle shit like fifths of beef eater. And butcher MCs like hits from meat cleavers. My demeanor say felon, your demeanor say misdemeanor. I drop knowledge like I'm Ibn Sina. Russian sick with microphones like Nikita. Hold off, how long can you hold off when you so soft? You dress backwards like Chris Cross. Your pants too tight, couldn't jump when it popped off. When it's your life that it might cost. You seem distant from the light source. I'm Darth Vader with the mic force. Whipping the mic cord, slash attacks like a sword. Oh my lord, you eating enough this beef for carnivores. I'm beating enough sophomores to high score. And get more raw than dinosaurs on all fours. Beat me, you must be sick like lips with cold sores. How long shall we rock the hardcore? A raven rap upon my door and whisper forevermore.
And I will keep him until I have discovered the fate of my people.
Your people?
We are the descendants of this race, returning after a 1,000-year mission to find our civilization destroyed.
We had nothing to do with this.
And you lie.
These days and times we in, struggle for dimes and tinsel shine to make the devil grin. These hellish men is paddling poison from the highest seats of government, and y'all enjoying it. Slowly die within. I feel like Daniel in the lion's den. I swear to God I never cry again. But they killing my people, I fight to hold them in. My rage is roaring like Leviathan. These kids is pop on heroin. Old drugs, new forms they spin. Your DNA's absorbing it. Original sin is born again. They curse religion, and then they worship jinns. Allah forgive them for they trifling and live a righteous them. Entertained by sex, drugs, and violence. I bring the fire so that they can let the sirens ring. And from the ashes come a sacred thing. Return to deity. If truth will set you free, I melt the bars of what's in Cajun weed. Villains beware. The God has returned, bearing 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 villains beware. The God has returned, bearing.
What happened to the culture? I'm talking hip hop. We used to challenge power. When did this stop? Somewhere along the line we came millions of these devils so out the voiceless on so many levels. When you're not starving, you disconnect from the masses. Into those in power, your favorite rapper is an asset, distracting the people, just rocking them to sleep. I'm so glad Allah touched my mind and not be a sheep. I'd rather ponder on it deep and have you ponder with me, even though I know to my life this can't be risky. The brave died once, but 1,000 deaths for a coward, having to live with their folly and gilded house. cause it's nothing but villains rocking a suit of a hero. For them, my respect level is at a zero. No, it's not hate, I stand firm on principle, bringing revolutionary thought to your living room.
Villains beware, the God has returned, bearing villains beware. 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 The God has returned, bearing. Ignite the flames and let the fire burn. I felt the pain and now I have returned. Knowledge of self you haven't learned, so now the devil's reign. Only the self to blame. The chosen one has lost the sacred name, and yet you yearn for elevation. Instead of cultivation, you're celebrating until death is waiting. I spoke of liberation, they voted for entertainment. Culture and hatred, just like the breath of Satan. And kill your blood relations for the set you claiming. And what's remaining is the wicked ways of Canaan. They pop champagne and give you acid rain. I meditated on the ether plane, seeking the answers for this culture cancer. So with the power invested in a rapper, my sharper words are like daggers. Prepare for what comes after the laughter. Use my bars to climb up Jacob's ladder and rapture your grain matter. Master today's chapters and the day after. Villains beware, the God has returned, bearing villains beware. 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 The God has returned, bearing villains beware.
We shall fight in the way of my ancestors with the energy which
We have nothing to do.
we have no more talk. Now we fight. Now we fight. 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 Fight.
These are words of the mind. Two black people right away, yeah. Tell them to be fine. Cast them serpents away, yeah. These are words of the mind. Two black people first and last. Never lose your shine. Even these times will pass. How beautiful you are, mahogany colored deity. First tree planted on the planet, physically resembling the infinite cosmic form. Yes, scorned and rejected, cause your flesh is reflection of forever essence. Why they hate us so? Was it cause they was made to go out of Africa to caves of snow? When nothing grows, they fuel their rage. They took the gods and turned them into slave. Outrageous, beautiful faces resting in ocean graves. Tried to contain our intelligence, but the lessons engraved in the DNA stayed for when we prayed in pyramids. And villages is where the kids played. Peaceful is how we lived until today, when the police slay our youth for untruth, and the system let them lose. Prove that the devil real, oh it's real. How much blood you spill from the chosen Ethiopian? The seventh seal shall be open, exposing the wicked. So repent or be sentenced. They in denial, the sacred child who descended into the clenches of the French and the British witches. Yeah, you shall witness the ascension of the Pan-Africanism. Two black people right away, yeah. Tell them to be fine. Cast them serpents away, yeah. These are words of the vine. Two black people first and last. Never lose your shine. Even these times will pass.
We the teachers of all knowledge, builders of great civilizations. Black gods and goddesses lay foundation for all nations. Art, sciences, philosophy, and mathematics. Medical advances circumnavigated the planet. When Caucasus mountain man was living like savages, speaking with grunts, with flow with self-practices, melting of the polar caps. End of the ice age, Neanderthal man start his world assault like the plague. Meanwhile, Africa was wealthy with resources. Mountain man crept. Africa was assaulted, still Africa thrived for thousands of years. Not just Africa, black faces was everywhere. I realized why Chuck said fear of a black planet. Everywhere they went, saw black faces and couldn't stand it. Africa gave birth to the world and still standing. I'm God and I'm eating. It is everlasting.
Two black people right away, yeah. Tell them to be fine. Cast them serpents away, yeah. These are words of the vine. Two black people first and last. Never lose your shine. Even these times will pass.
Peace of law, never lose your shine. Yet your shine's not the ego that protrudes from your mind. Your shine's the reflection of the heart, that purified thought, that spark in the dark. I know you didn't come here just to hear me talk, so we gon' build on the cipher of life as we walk. Get your stroll on, enemy or the inner you. Negative energy, that's far from true. So check your inner and your outer. Loose signal, check your router. Eat the good food, baked fish, no clam chowder. In these streets is hot slugs and gunpowder. This bad for your health, so I travel in stealth mode to give myself time to reload. But there's no gun in my hand, just a master plan to be who I am. God the man, keep shining.
If you are listening and I'm transmitting this verse from Tuba Planet, it's imperative it gets in the hands of the first and last. A mass of nanoparticles and chemtrails from planes as cause changes on the cosmic scale. Draining your sense of unity, you're soon to be trapped in 5G illusionary. They destroyed the library, all information transmitted on slave phones you carry. They kidnap your daughters like it's ordinary. You barely pay attention cause the pills got you tripping. Distributed by physicians that hypnotize and sterilize your third eye vision and turn the atmosphere into a wicked computer system while the sisters is wagging their tails like red pizzas in them. Brothers are dressed in drags and killing their own for color rags. More babies in the trash of abortion clinics experimented for stem cells and no pineals in it. Lost children with no religion. Sex, money, and drugs is the Lord they mention. Allah forgive them. False riches is the carrot that keeps the donkey kicking your consciousness and bondage by the devil soldiers. Y'all still turning up? Black bodies piling up. They kidnapping our daughters while you shaking your butts. This hatred is nuts and it's aimed straight at us. Enough is enough. Y'all need to sober up. Y'all still turning up? It's getting dangerous. The prison is a system to make slaves out of us. Poppies in the pills to turn your brain into dust. You still can't give it up? You need to sober up.
The time for turning up should have been over. Heavy hand of the law is getting bolder. The world's getting colder. Prisons getting filled. Wicked overseers killing us at will. My people look defeated, lost hope in tomorrow. Intoxicated with weed pills in a bottle. Blood getting spilled, young mothers deep in sorrow. No God conscious, mud puppet very hollow. The time is now over for thinking like slaves, so I strive to wake my people up every day. I pray the seeds I plant find fertile ground. In the sea of tears, it's very hard not to drown. The barbarians of Babylon are at the gate. The same one that taught us all to self-hate. We must find self-love before it's too late. Can't let the devil beat us, our aura's too great.
Y'all still turning up? Black bodies piling up. They kidnapping our daughters while you shaking your butts. This hatred is nuts and it's aimed straight at us. Enough is enough. Y'all need to sober up. Y'all still turning up? It's getting dangerous. The prison is a system to make slaves out of us. Poppies in the pills to turn your brain into dust. You still can't give it up? You need to sober up.
Get your mind right. It's time to get sober. Beware of the beast that's trying to pull you over on the mental, physical, spiritual plane. Flashing lights got you going insane. Close your eyes, illuminate your heart and let your third eye rise. American size, too lost to be defeated. God by birth could never be deleted. Seated on the throne, dressed in skin and bone. Allahu Akbar. Let the truth be known, but get your mind right. Clear your head. They slipped you a Mickey. They want you dead, but you can shake it off. I get sober, and if you in the wrong lane, get over. It's when to fail. Freedom or jail, heaven or hell, paradise or a prison cell. It's hard to tell, cause when you intoxicated, you don't think so well.
Y'all still turning up? Black bodies piling up. They kidnapping our daughters while you shaking your butts. This hatred is nuts and it's aimed straight at us. Enough is enough. Y'all need to sober up. Y'all still turning up? It's getting dangerous. The prison is a system to make slaves out of us. Poppies in the pills to turn your brain into dust. You still can't give it up? You need to sober up.
forgot. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm back to set fire to a booth nearest you. Hear the truth of the microphone master. Hurricane, second son, these are natural disaster for MCs. Spinning bees, flaming ink, burn the pages. Hip hop has lost its soul. You were looking at the Savior, Jesus Christ of the device. So best believe the hype. Those others just imposter, not of the same type as me. Cut from an atypical fabric. Second nature like breathing, killing beats is a habit. You niggas is bugged. Feel yourself and leap rabbit. Rappers turning in their mics and vanish like a magic trick. Not Chris Angel, not David Blaine. Just got them bars to drive hip hop fiends insane. Immortalz is my team. Highland hair hunters, dudes be slanging wolf tickets. I don't think they really want it.
What you learn, what you learn. They refuse to watch them burn. With all this should be you're not concerned. What you learn, what you learn. They refuse to watch them burn. With all this should be you're not concerned. What you learn, what you learn. They refuse to watch them burn. With all this should be you're not concerned. What you learn, what you learn. They refuse to watch them burn. With all this should be you're not concerned.
I'm sick and tired of hearing whack MCs. It's like a rap disease contracted by contract actors to appease the industry's intentions to contaminate the positive our culture makes. Saturdays a hip-hop soldier, pound for pound, heavyweight any opponent I face. Center stage I obliterate with wordplay. I'm an animal with ammo, y'all niggas vaginal, sweeter than cantaloupe. My body blows will shatter your clavicle. Rather you would catch a penless grenade and get slayed by top grade wordplay in the booth. I'ma serve you the truth. If you want it, you can get it. 7 cities is the business. Holla bad news from the roof. Set it on fire, let it burn. Get the picture? Y'all keep playing like Smokey. I'm a big worm on these niggas. These MCs have returned to rock the crowds off the Richter. Sinister styles I deliver after the smoke. Dean is the victor.
What you learn, what you learn. They refuse to watch them burn. With all this should be you're not concerned. What you learn, what you learn. They refuse to watch them burn. With all this should be you're not concerned. What you learn, what you learn. They refuse to watch them burn. With all this should be you're not concerned. What you learn, what you learn. They refuse to watch them burn. With all this should be you're not concerned.
This is that black love, black man, black woman, black children, black family. The queen of my heart, the center of my world, a gem more precious than diamonds and pearls, exquisitely divine, radiant essence so rare. Black queen, do you know other woman compares? Wise stone, perfect, fit for the crown. All others disappear whenever you're around. So proud, so regal, so perfectly you, like you stepped out of heaven. Black woman, you're the truth. I wanna link with you and make black love happen. This isn't idle chatter, I'm for real about the action. Praise the Lord, the day your mom and dad got together and created what would become mine forever. Put you on a pedestal and never let you fall amongst the men on the planet. I'm the most blessed of all,
did not suffer and die to give me an education to slight, oppress, or discourage my people. Because whatsoever education I acquired out of their sacrifice of over 300 years, I shall use for the salvation of the 400 million black people of the world. And the day when I forsake my people, may God Almighty say there shall be no more life for you.
Everybody, hear this, Mom. In school, I learned about everybody but me. Education slanted toward these Europeans. Melanated man occupied 7 continents. Europe went out his way to keep us from the conscience of my brothers and sisters. They told us we were slaves, original inhabitants of the land of the brave. Then before Colombo sailed the Atlantic waves, marked the start of the transatlantic slave trade. Assisted by the Moors, the Bays and the L's. Very soon after, melanated man fell into the clutches of some white supremacists. Portuguese, Spanish, British, and the French, with the full blessing of the papal state. All have phallic envy, fuel and they hate. But I never fret, for the end is near. The sun will burn them all, it's evident and clear.
The children are quitting the schools cause it's boring. Sick of hearing about the glory of his story. Learn a little bit of your story, the real story. Knowledge itself is mandatory. The kids is quitting the schools cause it's boring. Sick of hearing about the glory of his story. Learn a little with your story, the real story. Knowledge itself is mandatory. My name is Saladin from the nations of melanated, who were displaced from the plains of Africa by races related to Haitians, Jamaicans, and Puerto Rican, only separated by the language that we speak in harmony with nature. From the wealthiest of regions, created all the arts, building 360-degree polyhedrous map of wide, and the doggons can see him with their naked eye. Recognize old melanated we. Born in a world where my peoples is hated, yet we strive for greatness. Every record we break and create in style, then they take it and try to tell us we ain't make it. Over 2,000 African languages. In the hood we speak slang to escape the dangers. Overseers wanna hang us, officer wanna bang us. We decide peace, yet we still say peace. Though the streets scream war sometimes, we know the signs. When you pour sometimes, you think of crime. And still you go to war for the state and hold the front line. Who am I? The children are quitting the schools cause it's boring. Sick of hearing about the glory of his story. Learn a little bit of your story, the real story. Knowledge itself is mandatory. The kids is quitting the schools cause it's boring. Sick of hearing about the glory of his story. Learn a little with your story, the real story. Knowledge itself is mandatory.
Malcolm, Huey, Marcus, and Martin, not many of them left. Their Greek ones become martyrs of these savage, patriotic warmongers who never been civil, still dwelling in darkness. Elijah called them devils, cause their culture was evil. I put it all on the line to instill power in my people. Screaming at the mountaintop, liberty and death, fighting white supremacists, thought until my last breath. The indoctrination centers ain't never taught us nothing but being slaves to white cultural construction. Never invested in ourselves or our future's legacy. Victims of the genocidal manifested destiny and love for us. So we find love in ourselves. In the devil's den, America is hell. But I never fret, for the end is near. The sun will burn them all, is evident and clear.
The children are quitting the schools cause it's boring. Sick of hearing about the glory of his story. Learn a little bit of your story, the real story. Knowledge itself is mandatory. The kids is quitting the schools cause it's boring. Sick of hearing about the glory of his story. Learn a little with your story, the real story. Knowledge itself is mandatory.
We are men, human beings, capable of the same acts as any other race, possessing under fair circumstances the same intelligence as any other race. Now Africa's been sleeping, not dead, only sleeping. Now Africa's been sleeping, not dead, only sleeping. Now Africa's been sleeping, not dead, only sleeping.
Your story, the real story. It's mandatory.
Welcome to America, people, land of the free. Back against the wall with no ally in sight. Weighted by white supremacy is the plight in North America's wilderness for the melanated. Targeted by devils for 20 generations. Gave us Bibles, white Jesus said, slave obey your master. Gave us black gatekeepers, but you call them pastors. Gave us miseducation, now we strangers to ourselves. Kept us all in line, under threats of hell. Waiting on Sky Daddy to crack the sky. When they enjoying heaven here before they die. Been hoodwinked, bamboozled and left led astray, traded in our culture for their moral decay. Wayward souls seem we led by the wind. These Neanderthals will catch wages for their sin. So much innocent blood is on the hand. It's time to pay the piper, divine justice at hand. Black fist, black power, black steel in the hour versus white supremacy and black bootleg cowards. Which side will you choose? It's freedom or death? Tell Mr. Charlie the black people's at a step. Black fist, black power, black steel in the hour versus white supremacy and black bootleg cowards. Babylon is falling. Will you fall with it? The prophets has warned us. Now it's time to listen.
We got hard times to overcome. Plenty guns in the slums. Murder sons over crumbs. Succumb to the song that the devil sung. American dream whisper to the deaf and dumb. Keeping them sleepy until the reaper come. Freedom never won when you worshiping the system. Racism, fascism, terrorism, all symptoms of capitalism. Turning citizens into victims. The whole planet needs a baptism. Too bad they killing over water. They slaughtered the young politicians, bearing the tongue of monsters, pondering death for the dollar while you sweat for the dollar. And squander every penny on the enemy. Mentally got you popping collars. That's the leash of a burden beast while they first to eat. I prefer it's proper and choose death before dishonor. We can all prosper if it wasn't for the greedy day walker who robbed the common man with strategies to divide and conquer.
Black fist, black power, black steel in the hour versus white supremacy and black bootleg cowards. Which side will you choose? It's freedom or death? Tell Mr. Charlie the black people's at a step. Black fist, black power, black steel in the hour versus white supremacy and black bootleg cowards. Babylon is falling. Will you fall with it? The prophets has warned us. Now it's time to listen.
And why they want to get rid of me? Because I'm saying something that might wake up some other exploited people or some other oppressed people. And if all these people ever get together, then these things that they exploit, let's be able to run them into the lake. That's why they want to get rid of us.
I tried to see equality, they won't accept me. Just wanted to taste of freedom, they wouldn't let me. Carry the world on my back like it wasn't heavy. So now I'm focused on the lies till the reaper gets me. Just trying to live my culture, they blew the levees. Couldn't breathe, they squeezed his throat directly. They said freeze and they squeeze off the bullets till they touch me. So now I focus on the lie till the reaper gets me.
Targeted since birth for being born black in the crosshair of the state's genocidal attack. Welcome to America, home of the slaves, supposed land of the free where they killed all the brave. But violence is as American as cherry pie. More than H-rap, that brother never lied. At the hands of the police, many brothers died with no sign of justice coming in sight. Under martial law, the ghettos under siege. These white nationalists have declared creed on my people with no justification. Purified like envy is the reason for the hate and unity of death. Cause we all that we got, cause the pressure they applying, it will never stop. We need to separate from this colonial structure. It's high time for us to love us.
I tried to see equality, they won't accept me. Just wanted to taste of freedom, they wouldn't let me. Carry the world on my back like it wasn't heavy. So now I'm focused on the lies till the reaper gets me. Just trying to live my culture, they blew the levees. Couldn't breathe, they squeezed his throat directly. They said freeze and they squeeze off the bullets till they touch me. So now I focus on the lie till the reaper gets me. The officer who swore that he'd protect me is the same overseer who oppressed me. The judge suppressed me, addressed me as super predator. Headed for the slave camps soon as they arrest me. Long years of hard labor for modern day slave trader who sell men's souls for paper. Where our daughters at, bring them back. You attack black like we don't pay taxes. I identify a devil by his actions. You call yourself world police, believe the world in ashes. Using our pain and your wicked magic. 400 years it lasted. But what you put out will come back like elastic. The blood you shed will grip the world and crack it. Karma for the peaceful farmer. Every day is getting warmer. Hell's coming for you wicked, I warn you. Burn Babylon and the beast is born. I tried to see equality, they won't accept me. Just wanted to taste of freedom, they wouldn't let me. Carry the world on my back like it wasn't heavy. So now I'm focused on the lies till the reaper gets me. Just trying to live my culture, they blew the levees. Couldn't breathe, they squeezed his throat directly. They said freeze and they squeeze off the bullets till they touch me. So now I focus on the lie till the reaper gets me.
And that's saying there's a class over here and there's a class over there. And the reason that this class over here has never did anything to get this class off his back, because this is lower, this is upper. This is the oppressed, this is the oppressor. This is the exploited, this is the exploiter. And these people in this class have divided themselves. They say, I'm black and I hate white people. I'm white and I hate black people. I'm Latin big and I hate hillbillies. I'm hillbilly, I hate Indians. So we fight amongst each other. And you've heard the testimony of pigs here. You got pigs of all colors, you know that. You got pigs that are white, you got pigs that are black. You even got pigs that are black and white. Propagating the same type of madness that this buffoon Henry has would be propagating if he was here himself. And why? Because they want to keep you to believing that I'm your enemy. And that everybody else that's black and that wears a lot of hair on his head and hair on his face, they want to keep you thinking that he's your enemy. Why? Because if ever you would disregard him and overlook him just for a minute and throw away that question of racism and start dealing with a little logic, then there would be no one else you could attack.